Qualifying getting wrapped up here at Daytona tonight for OSR Trucks, brought to you by Mosquito Ranger right here at Daytona. I'm Sean Fitz, and not alongside producer John Long this week. He is going to actually be running in tonight's event, as you see right there on the grid in the 89 Chevy Silverado. John Long is going to be racing his way to the front tonight. We'll follow that story. But hi everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Sean Fitz. Monday evening trucks, Daytona. Mosquito Ranger bringing you all the action right here on the SRN. Qualifying just got wrapped up. Drivers are working on gridding. Let's take a look at tonight's starting grid. Joe Weaver starting on the pole right now. John Sears second. Gregory Follade third. Aaron Meeker fourth. George Smoller is going to round out the top five. David Gilbert sixth. JJ Jensen seventh. Cal Farley is going to start eighth tonight. Wesley Gilliland ninth. And Steve Whitmore 10th. John Long, as we mentioned, they're in the 89 SRN truck tonight, starting 11th. John Chappell 12th. Jason Harrison 13th. Steve Schoaf, Michael Buckley, Patrick Vicker rounding out the top 16 there. Matthew Beamish, Timothy Likens going to start 18th tonight. Casey Hay and at 8 Machines going to start 19th. Rusty Arthur 20th. Davey Weaver 21st. William Lee 22nd. Daniel Winger is going to start 23rd. As we look back through the remainder of the field here tonight for Ohio Sim Racing's truck division, getting ready to kick off 30 laps here at Daytona in the World Center of Speed. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. As these guys get ready to roll here. Again, 30 laps, no fast repairs for these drivers. They will also, I believe they have a set of tires. Fuel shouldn't be an issue. 30 laps here at Daytona. It'll be a fairly quick race in the grand scheme of things. See several drivers pulling off to the left there to take an EOL towards the back of the field. Sometimes the back is the safest place to be here at Daytona. As these drivers work down the backstretch here. Daytona, an iconic racetrack. And OSR is going to put on what I imagine is going to be a great show once we get underway. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Mosquito Rangers is on board tonight as a season sponsor. Without them, OSR Trucks would not be broadcast on the SRN, so we appreciate their support. In the meantime, that iRacing themed Ford Mustang is going to duck down pit road. And we're going to get ready to go green flag. 30 laps of super speedway action is going to get kicked off right here at Daytona. Super speedway racing at its finest, 2x2 as they head off into one in the top three. So far, we are pretty clean through half of lap one. The top 15 or so here are together. The rest of the trucks have fallen back just a little bit. 2x2, 8 rows back. As we come to the stripe for lap one, Joe Weaver is going to lead. And that 28 truck. Smoller in the 5 on the outside. It's going to be right there at the door trying to bring that outside line in. Wesley Gilliland in the inside of row 2. Oh, it looks like we've got several trucks around here, and caution is out for the first time tonight. The 10 truck of Rusty Arthur looks to be involved, as well as Michael Buckley. You see the SRN machine, the 89 of John Long. Hopefully he's all clean there. Let's ride on board with Rusty Arthur to find out exactly, or let's just go back and look at Rusty Arthur here. Oh, Rusty Arthur in the 11 of Daniel Winger get together through the tri-oval and bring out this caution. And caution's out for the first time tonight here on lap 3. Our top 5 after that start there. Joe Weaver, George Smoller, Wesley Gilliland, Gregory Valet, Jason Arison rounding out the top 5. John Sears, Matthew Beamish, Aaron Meeker, Casey Hay in that 8 car, or that 8 truck rather. Casey's really quick each and every week. It'll be interesting to see what he's able to make do here. The super speedway racing. David Gilbert's 9th, and Colin Farley, the driver who has been with the league about a month now, but has come on and won his very first race with the group. He's sure he's looking for another opportunity to show that he could win. Tonight could be that night. Nevertheless, like I said, caution is out here. On lap 3 of 30, we're going to step away for just a moment. You're watching the SRN. Two Fords, a Chevy, and a Toyota make up the 2 front rows here tonight as they get ready to go back. Green flag racing, the iRacing painted Ford Mustang pace car is going to get ready to duck down pit road. As we come to the conclusion of this first caution here tonight, they'll go back. Green flag racing on lap 6. Only 30 laps for these drivers to sort it out. There'll be some three green-white checkered attempts. Try to get this thing wrapped up under green flag conditions, and the green flag is back out. Joe Weaver's back out up front. Clean start. George Smoller on the outside. Wesley Gillen on the inside. Wesley had to check down a little bit. I don't know if that 5 truck just may have made a move he wasn't comfortable with, but nonetheless, our leader has broken out. Wesley Gillen's going to secure that second place on the inside line, as we are 2 by 2 down the backstretch here at Daytona. And Cal Varley making a little bit of a move back there. He looked like he was about to make a run on the outside, make it 3 wide. It's a little early for that still, coming across the stripe here. This is for lap 7. Wesley Gilliland on the bumper of Joe Weaver there in the 28. That outside line has certainly started to form up here. Oh, we got a driver in the wall. Green flag still out. Believe that. Oh, and there it is. Caution's out of the whole backstretch, scattered out. I believe Gregory Valade is going to be the cause of that. We saw the 24 truck also get into the outside wall. You see it there, just really high. There's no grip up there, and he's kind of stuck to that wall. Then comes down. Oh, and it looks like the 35 just didn't have an opportunity to get slowed down. Steve Schoaf involved as well. Several trucks. That's going to be, unfortunately, the end of their night with front-end damage here at Daytona. And caution's going to be out for the second time tonight here at Daytona on lap 8. They're going to work on catching up to the pace car, which they've done there. Let's look at the top 5. Joe Weaver, Wesley Gilliland, George Smoller, Jason Arison, and John Sears running in the top 5. See if we could get John Long on the radio tonight. He is driving that SRN truck. Mr. John Long, got us from the booth here?
I got you, Sean. How's it going?
Hey, buddy. So, looking good out there tonight in that 89 machine. Now, obviously, this is an any man's race here at Daytona. The draft plays a critical role. You're riding around in the back a little bit there. Talk to us about strategy.
I choose just to play this like a chess game. A lot of guys are going to go fight hard at the beginning. Feel thin out a little bit.
And over the last couple laps, I know we've kind of talked on and off here. It sounds like it's pretty chaotic there in the back.
Just a little bit. Guys are trying to get to the front in a hurry. So many only 30 laps in this race.
Well, we will be keeping a close eye out there, sir, with you running that 89, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of this thing.
All right, man. Catch you later.
That was John Long, producer of the SRN tonight. Decided to go out and run the race here with OSR at Daytona. Again, under caution for the second time tonight on lap 9. We're going to take this opportunity to step away again, bring you back with all the green flag action. Right after this, you're watching the SRN. Pace car is going to duck back down pit road. We get ready to go back. Green flag racing here on lap 11. Weaver brings them back to the stripe there. Green flag is out. Gilliland on the outside for the first time tonight. He's going to be caught out there, but Jason Harrison in that 2 truck on the move. As that outside line struggles to form up here. These drivers, I feel like patience is starting to come into play here. Some of these drivers have really started to spread out. We see the back of the pack there. Single filed out after this restart. Not a whole lot of pushing on the track. We've had 2 cautions here for the first 11 laps tonight at Daytona for the OSR Truck Series. Brought to you by Mosquito Ranger. Gilliland down to the bottom, nearly to the quarter panel of the 5 of George Smoller. Gilliland in that 50 truck, just trying to hang on up there. Harrison up there with him. Is Matthew Beamish as well as on the move on the outside line. Here at Daytona Super Speedway Racing, this draft and this style of racing, this 2x2 here for the first 12 spots. This is nothing new. This is what Super Speedway Racing is all about. You're going to see a bunch of it this weekend, and we're the first to bring it to you here on iRacing on the SRN. The Ohio Sim Racing's truck drivers. Big shove from Smoller there puts Weaver up front by half a truck length or so, or a whole truck length, truck and a half. Gilliland on the outside, just not quite gotten the run he needs. He doesn't have Harrison on the bumper yet, though, either. Casey Hay is starting to make moves. He has worked his way up to the 6th place up there on the outside. John Sears having a solid run so far. He's currently 4th on that inside line. With a little bit of a push, that outside line will certainly get going. You just have to form it up just right. We were out front by a truck length. George Smoller helping him stay out there. Gilliland's still not able to form anything up as Casey Hayes starts tucking into the 2 of Jason Harrison. As drivers start to jockey around there towards the back, it looks like a couple folks can't quite figure, oh, we've got a truck turned into the fence in the middle. Caution's gonna be out as several get collected here. It looks like that Steve Schoaf again may have been involved. And Patrick McVicker turned around on the outside wall in the 40 truck. That's gonna be the end of his night. I think this... I think this is all started with Aaron Meeker in the 15. Let's go back and take a look on the replay here of what happened exactly. Hey, we're coming down the backstretch here. Kind of keep an eye out back. Oh, who was that moved down? Oh, that was the 40 truck that just really slid down. Collected a couple guys there. And I take that back. It looks like... a couple of those guys actually made it through there without a whole lot of contact as caution's out here officially at the halfway point of tonight's Daytona race here for OSR. Again, I'm Sean Fitz. You're watching the SRN. We appreciate you being here. You're going to want to get connected. We got a lot of exciting racing coming up over the next couple days. Tomorrow night, the Radicals SR8 and the Radical Racing League take on another fantastic race with those unique cars and tracks right here on the SRN. And then Wednesday night, we come back to Daytona for OSR Xfinity action, the Premier League, taking on the high banks of Daytona in Xfinity action right here on the SRN. That'll start at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. We're looking for a truck here that I have mentioned a couple times, but definitely was not who I thought it was. Let's take a look. As several trucks decide to come down pit road. Take 4 tires here. Fuel shouldn't be needed by these drivers. Didn't really split the field up that much. A lot of the top 10 stayed out. New tires here in the back of the pack certainly does not hurt a driver. Gives them an opportunity to have a little bit of an advantage as they work their way through the field here through the last half of this race. And green flag back out here at Daytona. Oh, Wesley Gill lit the whole front of the field. Checking up at a big wreck here on the restart. Jason Harrison involved, as I mentioned, Wesley Gilliland involved, but it's still green flag here. Joey Round to a big jump. Steve Whitmore. And there's the caution's gonna come out. After that big wreck on the front, second front row there is one of the two. Let's go back and take a look here if we can follow Wesley Gilliland as he worked his way through the restart here. Back and take a look just a little bit here. Keep an eye on Wesley Gillen here. He got a big jump. Got rolling really well. Tried to get clear of the 5, George Smoller, and just was not clear. He collects Casey Hay, Jason Harrison, and a couple of others. That unfortunately is that's going to take out a lot of quick drivers here at Daytona, as the top 10 is completely changed here on lap 19. Joe Weaver is your leader still, but Steve Whitmore is up to second. Cal Farley is in third. David Gilbert is fourth. TJ Wood up to the top 5 tonight. George Smoller, after having that damage on the front of the nose there, you can see that truck's not completely straight anymore. He'll have to come down to see if he can get that patched up. Currently riding around in 6th. William Lee is showing 7th right now. And Chris Couric is 8th. John Long is in 9th right now. And a 35 truck, I'm sorry, John Long is in 10th right there. Who did we miss? It looks like there's scoring is still trying to sort it out. It was Davey Weaver up in 7th. That's where our disconnect was. As you see Smoller come down pit road, he's got to get the front of that Ford checked out from his pit crew. Everybody will slide up a spot behind him. And we're under caution here once again at Daytona on lap 20 of 30. For OSR Trucks, brought to you by Mosquito Ranger right here on the SRN. As the sun sets here at Daytona, this track's going to start to change a little bit. These drivers will have a couple laps left to try to get the most position they can out of this. So we ride on board with John Long here, going down the backstretch. Under caution once again. Again, patience is starting to, well, patience eventually is going to run out with these drivers. And at this point, you've got less than 10 laps. It's not a very long race to begin with. 30-lap event. And now the laps are really starting to tick down. Less than 10 to go. You'll probably have about 8 to go when they go back green flag racing. And at this point, they're going to run out of fast repair. Not fast repairs. They're going to run out of green-white checkered opportunities as well. They're going to have to really be mindful and try to get as much position as you can when the green flag drops here. There's a couple drivers in the top 5 that haven't been there tonight. That's Steve Whitmore in that 70 truck. Steve showing some solid pace here tonight. Also, keeping that truck clean, that's half the battle. Cal Farley in the 32. He has been fast all season long. Doesn't really seem to make a difference what track. He's worked his way up to the top 3. And David Gilbert and TJ Wood rounding out the top 5. A couple drivers up here. And Davey Weaver in the 4, rather, as well. That have not really been up to the top 5 tonight. Well, they're there now, and let's see what's they can make of it. Is Joe Weaver on the front row gonna bring it back to green flag racing? The pace car lights are off here at Daytona. Steve Whitmore in the back of that 70 just taking a notice here that right rear is jacked up quite a bit. Will that play into effect? That's actually just acting as extra drag. How's that going to play into things here again as they come back across the stripe? They're going to have 8 laps to go. The pace car is going to duck down pit road here in just a moment. And there they go. Green flag is back out. Weaver gets a solid jump, brings Farley to 70. He's not able to get down and get clear. And the top 5 starting to break away here during this restart. Farley blinking a little bit there, having some connection issues. That's going to be a conflict with the guys in the top 5. As it's go time now at this point, if you're a driver towards the back, you're going to start pushing your way up front and finding a place to go. As you see Whitmore really falling off the pace on that outside line. Single file for the top 5. That 4 car. Davey Weaver on the outside trying to form that outside line up here. As these trucks start to jockey around for position, 7 laps to go at Daytona. Single file for the top 5. David Weaver again. Oh, Davey coming down. I didn't think he was clear, but he was. He's going to go knock back into the top 5. We were out front here, Cullen Farley to his bumper. TJ Wood in 3rd, David Gilbert 4th, Davey Weaver in 5th. Again, laps starting to tick down at this point. It's got to be go time for some of these drivers in the back. Where are you going to go? What do you want to do? You've got to be there at the end of this thing. Are they done wrecking yet? And caution's out here on the racetrack. Taking a look here to see who was involved. May have been Jason Arison. Let's go back and take a look. No, I think it may have been George Smoller. Yeah, oh! A big incident here with George Smoller in the 22. Smoller getting a push. Oh, and then it looks like actually the 22 of Jayberg pushes Casey Hay. Gets him sideways and gets into Smoller there as caution's out again. Here on lap 25 of 30. This is gonna be about a 3-lap run to the finish. This is going to be what super speedway racing is all about, a last lap dash. The draft is going to be hardly play a factor here. I mean, it is going to play a factor, but it certainly won't be as much of a factor as it has been all night. Because these drivers here, they're going to have to make some moves happen and not have a whole lot of laps to do it. We're going to step away here one more time on the SRN. So we get ready to bring you all the action for OSR Trucks, brought to you by Mosquito Ranger on Monday night here on the SRN. Pace car lights are out, and this action's really about to heat up here as Cullen Farley on the outside, Joe Weaver on the inside. On that front row, they're going to go back green flag racing. 3 laps to go in regulation here tonight for OSR Trucks. Brought to you by Mosquito Ranger at Daytona on the SRN. Who's it going to be? Anybody's race here as green flag is back out. 3 laps to go. The 26 of TJ Wood up front. Big push for Weaver, trying to get him out front there. The 7 of David Gilbert out on the outside lane. We've not seen the outside lane play as much of a factor here tonight as they're 3 wide towards the back. They're 3 wide for 9th back there. We're able to get it sorted out in the meantime. Outside line started to fall apart here. We were out front. TJ Wood and the 4 of Dave Weaver. On that inside, Cullen Farley on the outside. Making a roll, 2 laps to go here. John Long started to come in the picture. Still 2 and 3 wide, jockeying for position back towards the back of the pack. But all eyes on this front row. Who's going to lead this thing? Cullen Farley continuing to have a connection issue up front. TJ Wood glued to the bumper. We were there. It looks like we're going to get this in on regulation. 1 lap to go here at Daytona. Weaver gets turned across the top line. TJ Wood keeping his foot in it on the bottom. The 52 here, Chris Couric on the push. TJ Wood trying to battle off everybody on the front row. Here comes Davey Weaver, Cullen Farley on the outside. These 6 trucks, one of these drivers would come out of this victorious. Who's it going to be? Farley ducks down to the bottom. Couric breaks out. Oh, and Farley turns the leader. I'm not sure who won that. TJ Wood currently showing the winner. And TJ Wood victorious at Daytona. What an exciting finish as they came across the stripe. Cullen Farley, that connection issue he was having, turned Wood, and I think Wood won that backwards going across the stripe. Congratulations to TJ Wood on that victory here, and what a wild finish there at the end. We're going to step away here for a couple moments while we get ready and get collected for some post-race coverage right here on the SRN. A wild finish to the truck race here at Daytona. TJ Wood, your winner. Cullen Farley, 2nd. Chris Couric, 3rd. Steve Whitmer, 4th. Davey Weaver in the top 5. David Gilbert brings it home 6th tonight. William Lee, 7th. Timothy Likens, 8th. Taylor Locklear, 9th. John Chappell, 10th. Cody Jayberg, Jim Golden, Christopher Hockley, John Long, and George Smoller bringing out the top 15. Looks like John was involved in that last, that one of the last incidents there. That's unfortunate. Michael Buckley, Jason Harrison, JJ Jensen, Casey Hay, Joe Weaver, after leading all the laps, leading most of the laps tonight, just got turned there at the end. He's going to bring home a 20th place finish. Clayton Paisley is 21st. Rusty Arthur, 24. Steve Schoaf, John Sears, Wesley Gilliland's going to round out the top 25. Want to thank everybody for tuning into the SRN tonight. I'm a little under the weather, so didn't quite feel the same, but we're going to make sure we get energized and get back going here as we bring you all the action of the Radical Racing League tomorrow night right here on the SRN. On behalf of John Long, who ran the race tonight, had a decent run, I'm Sean Fitz. We will see you tomorrow night with the Radical Racing League brings you all the action right here on the SRN. Have a good Monday evening, everybody.